Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, the Anambra State Governor. I used this same platform a couple of days to sing your praise. I did that because of the nature of transparency, or because of the truthful nature of an average Biafran person. I thanked you, I praised you, I blew your alarm, I sang your praise because you did something that we can say is in good line. Everybody know how the Biafran land, the Igbo part of Biafran land, suddenly was growing into a desolate land. It was as if, it was almost as if there is Armageddon. It was becoming exactly like those Bagama, those Bama village in Borno State, where the dreaded terrorist organizations are having a field day. So Anambra was becoming the Sodom, the biblical Sodom. And the Imo State was fast becoming the neighboring Gomorrah, where all manner of atrocious things happens, which at a point we began to hear about cannibalism. So you came up to stop the reign of terror. Although I pointed out to the fact that you also wanted to use it to achieve your political gains. And I said that owing to the fact that your election, the 2027, your Anambra gubernatorial shenanigan of election is heralding, I gave my balanced view without fear nor favor. Even when a certain population or members of the Biafran movement, wherein I am a member, had a contrary view, but I refused to allow sentiment nor emotion becloud my sense of judgment. That's my acumen. Today, I listened to your Commissioner of Information's very clear reason. Where he made a very obvious, sincere clarification addressing the rumor that was peddled by naysayers, those of us and of them who wanted to turn the policy to mean a witch hunt against traditional institutions in Anambra State. I gave you kudos and I held your view to a very high esteem, especially as your commissioner had added or shedded more light to that notion. If I can see the video to that effect, I will play it later. But today I have come to, as they say, truth is a two-edged sword. We can use it to slender the head of a dragon, of a snake, of a python. of a serpent, we can still use the truth to smoothen the pathway as it to aid having a better human society. My reason for coming here today is to still continue telling that same truth. The same security outfit which was backed by the Anambra State security law is something that is now turning against the people, as it is obviously happening today. Anambra has become a place where anyone who is perceived an enemy is hunted down using the government apparatus. We cried about this in the past as it happened at the center, because we know it is a very wicked thing. We have a plethora of videos, video clips, where the same security outfit you put up are molesting the Anambrarians. And this happens on daily basis. It happens in the morning, it happens in the afternoon, it happens in the evening, on daily basis. Of course, this is an affront to democracy. This is an affront to what statehood, the modern statehood, means. I have always given this teaching, borrowing my leaf from Thomas Hobbes' proposition, which has given birth to the modern state we have today. I said earlier on that you put up this security outfit for different reasons. One is that you were beginning to lose relevance. You were fast becoming very unpopular given your mismanagement or poor administration. People had hoped or had expected, were banking on your flattery manifesto, where you promised heaven and earth. To their disappointment, you were almost the worst that has happened to Anambra State. Even the one that was said to be a drunkard governor, he outperformed you. So, election heralding, you want to straighten the pathway. But then, that is not all of it. I also mentioned that you erected that security outfit majorly because you want to make sure that none of your opponents is in position of arm fire. You don't want anybody in the state to stand your weight. So you want to make sure that all these hooligans now in Anambra are working under your structure. That is why you are using non-state actors even inside the streets, not only to combat crime in hideouts, in suburbs, and in bushes or forests of Anambra State. I made that clarification, so I'm not going back there today. I want to capitalize on this particular video. I want people to know whether we are being unfair to Soludo or we are trying to report the situation as it is, because we are just decrying the evil. Okay, my brothers, my sisters, you see the persons wearing this criminal head warmer or mask. See, mask. This is criminal mask. These are Soludo's workers of iniquity. They are the ones wearing this mask. Why are they wearing mask? Because they are terrorizing the states. They are terrorizing the streets. They are obstructing business activities. They are robbing the people in broad daylight, wearing hooded masks. Tell me, any government officer who is working in the interests of the people, of the masses, and of the state, is there any reason on earth for them to wear hooded masks? No, because these guys are terrorists. They are not proud of what they are doing, but they are doing it in broad daylight. Now, the extortion that used to be associated with Nigerian armsmen on the federal roads and even in state roads has been taken over by the Soludo hoodlums. They are wearing hooded masks to rob people in the broad daylight. But it did not stop with this just robbing and extortion. It also comes with witch hunts. These boys, like I said in my previous program about Soludo, where I thanked him, these boys you see, they are all, most of them are cultists who belong in different cult groups. But certain cult groups are prominent. So as they are shared in their different units, the particular cult groups that are prominent or that are at advantage working for government now use it to witch hunt their oppositions. The politicians who bring money, who are working with Soludo, and probably the governor himself, still use them to oppress their opposition. It has started. That is not enough. Business people are so persecuted. I have a particular video I will share with you so that you understand that we are not blackmailing Soludo. We are just given the naked truth as it is. Join me as you watch.
In Anambra State, but look at what the people. I beg, this video na appeal to the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo. Sir, you have been doing a nice job in Anambra State, but look at what the people where you bring, make them help fight all the yeye things where they happen for Anambra. It be like saying na them won't start their own yeye now. Because see am now, see people as in they go about local vigilante and security, see as in they scatter people's shops. They destroy people goods. Wetin be this person offense? Simply because you say the gutter dirty, now make they scatter person shop like this. You scatter the shop finish.
Okay, you have just seen this. This is just a tip of an iceberg of what has currently become of Anambra State. Soludo, I think at this point that your mission is very, very satanic, because you see these things circulating over the social media. It never occurred to you that you should investigate the activities of your men. How do you go home to sleep seeing that the people who are already subjected to abject poverty, the Nigerian people who are already suffering like never before, somebody will manage to set up a business, and because the gutter is dirty, you have to pull down the shop. You have to destroy the person's business. What happens to giving the person fine? Soludo, they used to say, people say it, that you are a very heartless person, and that because of the kind of confraternity you belong, the cry of ordinary people doesn't touch you. Well, I am not certain about that belonging, but I also think I cannot say no given what I have seen about you. I don't think I can object to that assertion. I don't think I can. Look at how people's businesses, with this kind of situation here at home, with this kind of hardship that our people are subjected to, people find it difficult eating twice a day. The particular meal they eat are not even balanced diets. People are no longer living up to minimum standard of living. And here you are, empowering thuggery, empowering hooliganism, putting up all sort of suppressive mechanisms to subject the people to abject poverty, because that is what you are targeting. So that when you come to election, you will share 2 cups of rice and people will sing your praise. Because you already have taken away guns from the hands of your oppositions who will want to match you. Soludo, this our brother here who I played from. He is being too afraid. That's why he is sounding too friendly, sounding, economical. He don't want to, be provocative. But I don't want to sound so. I need to provoke you so that you call your bandits to order. Call your bandits to order. The people are already suffering too much pain. Again, on that issue of religion that I defended you on, I still want to address something on that. I defended you on the issue of religion because before I even go there, let me play from your commissioner.
Afambo Dr. Law Mefo, Commissioner for Information, Anambra State. Apokalemu na ekwente na ajụ ife gbasalo ife ndị obodo ga-eme n'ife gbasalo iwu ofo ma ife gbasalo agụ na-eche mba ma ife gbasalo operation udo ga-achị ka mmetụ ife na-abụ na ịtọ aka ebe a ya enye aka. Nke mbụ bụ na yes, enwe new law, and the new law afọ ya bụ Anambra State Homeland Security Law 2025. It was signed into force by the Executive Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Charles Oludo, CFR, on the 18th of January 2025. Iwu a bụ ka anyị ga-enwe ike idozitekwa Anambra, where it has to do with security. Unu mana n'oge gara aga ife gbasalụ insecurity na Anambra ọpụkwazi efulu dịzi aka na ọbụrụzi Anambra ka a na-ekwu maka ya. Ọ na-aba n'ụgbọ ajọ ọsọ agba ya ajọ egbe. Soludo and his government we decided to change gears n'ife gbasalụ insecurity. Ka mbido na nke ndị President General, every town, I do 179 towns na Anambra State. We call them communities. communities niile nwega president general. President general law bụ na nwere ọlụ ya bụ ụzọ na-abụ. Nke mbụ na ya nwa bụ the head of operations na his own community. Nke abụọ bụ na all the hotels then obodo you now receive daily reports on the lodgers ka amalụ ndị dị gị fanwa na process ya process to the local government chairman ndị anyị na-akpọsi mayor kịta. Nke abụọ bụkwa na ife gbasara tenants be na community. President General must make sure na every tenant be na the community. I make sure na mandefable. Even though you go about profiling, he has to ensure na every tenant na ma onye ọbụ. Onye eziokwu na landlord bụ onye ya eme ka iwu si ga-ekwu. Mana nyanwa bụ onye ya na-akọ akwụkwọ niile ahụ. Governor Soludo achọrọ ka any president general ma any community na any tenant ego si na ọka ebe eme profile fa maka ni print of form wee nye mmadụ ka ofe ile ka ịmara onye ọ bụ. Ụfọdụ na 1,000, ụfọdụ na 1,500, o nwekwu ndị na 5,000. Ego niile ahụ na gọvanọ sisi kwụsị ya na anazi na ego. Nke a bụ nke gbasara communities and the president's general. Then landlords mala amalụ na onye ọbụla bi na your house na-abụrụ nwa gị need i-profile onye ahụ ihe eje na-ata president general form ifili sie na ndị anwa bi na be gị efilu form ifili si ichili achichiri alụ the president general nyanwa mazi ebe ọ ya ewejie. O nwega akụkọ na-adọrọ mma lụsi inyi anyị na-anụ. Enwe ndị na-jizi ife ada ego eje abata n'ofu ụlọ ana nwoke ego ka o wee file fọm, ana nwaanyị ego ka o wee file fọm. Ya bụ di na nwunye efile fọm na-abụ n'ofu ime ụlọ ife ụlọ nwe ka ọ dị. Ife abụzi ori ka ụfọdụ ji ife ezu. Onye arịpọtụ alụ ya enwe nnukwu nsogbu with government. Nke ịtọ nchọ ka mmetụ aka bụ na achọrọ ka anyị chamalụ na onwere mgbe Gọvanọ Soludo ma his government ma the new law ji wee sị na ada enwezi traditional worshipers na Anambra. Ọ bụrụ eziokwu. Ife iwu a na-ekwu bụ onye ọbụla bụ fake native doctor iwu a jie na you are a 419 native doctor. You are obtaining by tricks. It's a criminal offense. You're a criminal. If we get to you, you will go to jail. There is no doubt about that. Then, ndị na-agwọ ajọ ọgwụ, ọ bụrụ omenala, ọ bụrụ traditional worship, ọ bụrụ Igbo traditional religion. Mmadụ ejizi na ihe ahụ wee blackmail anyị. Onye ọbụla na-agwọ ajọ ọgwụ, ọ bụrụ Igbo religion ka ọ bụ, ọ bụrụ Igbo traditional worship ka ọ bụ. Ka nye gị examples of ụdị ife anyị na-akpọ ajọ ọgwụ. Iwu n'ụwa ji oke ite. Kwe na-agwọ oke ite isi na oke ite na agwọrọ anyị a enidizi ịlụ ọlụ ego abụrụ nsị ọbagụ ego abụrụ atụlụtara ọkwa ya aka pata gị bụ eze kudere kwuo echi gị ọzọ. And oke ite itself is criminalized now. Nke a bilikwa gị ebili na ntị. It is criminalized na ọ bụrụ na agwọ oke ite ịnọ na nsogbu. Many traditional native doctors now go kite. Akajifa keta, follow with us. And after investigation, once we confirm things we suspect, we'll charge them to court. This is very clear. So only na go kite. Go mankulu na bo udwa kommili awele. Only na go even na hanchani ne iwuji ekita o. Nke ọzọ bụ ndị na-agwọ ajọ ọgwụ. O nwere ndị na-agwọ ulentite. Onwe ndị na-agwọ eko afọ, onwe ndị na-agwọ ụkwara nta, onwe ndị na-agwọ ụmụka nke ọgwụ iji wee destroy people na our communities. I will tell you, if we get you, you will ever regret being a native doctor. You can see the categories of native doctors we are looking for. So number genuine native doctors, or any genuine native doctor that should be afraid of this new law, more agone chamber, more operation Udogachi. Imalani be a genuine native doctor. Go to the President General of the community to be documented if I enable documentation, we are not giving certificates because we are not ourselves native doctors, so we cannot certify you, give you certificate to practice. Mana, native doctors are genuine. If you are documented by the President General, he will know your address. All my audio going out, say, ndị agụ na-eche mba mụ ndị operation Udogachi Lieutenant Keje President General ga-eso ekwu na ya ma onye bụ na nke ị na-eme bụ nke ezigbo n'obodo kwadolie. Ọ bụ na obodo akwadoro ife ị na-eme kwalụkwọ kwapụ, ọ bụ na ị bụrụ onye da community ma onye Anambra, ọ ka alụ gị mma n'join ọsọ Soludo kịta, ọ ya ka alụ gị mma before chiejinarị. Then if ikpeazụ nchọ ikwu dịkwa nnukwu mkpa, o nwere ndị na-ama ogogo ndị a na-akpọ town criers. O nwere nke si na-ekwu na Governor Soludo and his government nye ọda si na onye ọbụla na-ewu ya dreadlocks ma ọ bụ na-asa agatraụz ya na ya arrest ya ndị agụ na-eche mba ma Operation Udogachi will arrest the person. It is not true, please. It is not in the law, and there is no such directive. Even the anti-tout agency and the law establishing it, I have read it. I have not seen where dreadlock or sagging was mentioned. Those things do not define a tout. They do not define a tout, and they do not define a criminal. Another disturbing message we had when they na Euro pant na Brazil, that they will be arrested and all that. Now, they now manufacture this kind of lies, this kind of misinformation. They are deliberately concocting these terrible stories to put a wedge now the way of progress. What they are doing, government is not happy about it. Amarum kai si the way why a European or Fapota, I don't even for him, can even buy a make a mal, Mafe pant monafe European. Government never said that. Government couldn't have said that. We are not after dress code. We are after criminals. We are looking for criminals. We are looking for drug dealers. We are looking for kidnappers. We are looking for cultists. These are the categories of individuals.
Okay. Commissioner, thank you. You at least thank you. But although the key these things you just gave clarifications to. Your idea, the policy idea is very wonderful, very fabulous. I already did praise it. But then, there is still lies and deceit about it. You say that it was concoction from God knows where, that this thing, government doesn't know about it. That government talked about dress code, tattoos, dreadlocks, women not wearing pants and bra. But that is not true. There was a town crier. This thing circulated all over here, over everywhere in Anambra, and it's in social media spaces. The town crier, it's not even a town crier. It was a security man. He was moving around, I think with a bus, making the announcement. He was moving around making the announcement. He did that, and the government did not go after the person. For if it were to be this information, and he did it, he said it's from Ogidi. In the video, I showed something about it. I don't know whether you are reacting to mine or to others. The video where I did say something about that. I played the video where the man was in the streets of Ogidi, saying he was announcing it in the streets of Ogidi, in Ogidi town, and was saying he was doing it in the name of the government for the Ogidi safety. So It might not be in the book, in the booklet, the law, in the document, but it is announced by a recognized authority. It is done in the name of the authority by officials of the government or by the persons working for the department or the commission of the government. So, the government cannot claim ignorance of it. Again, there is another one that is still here, gathering momentum again. I think I should play it. I still have a lot of things to address to this because we have to be truthful in giving this. Let me look for that one. Okay, I'm coming. I think there are enough evidences to point to. Let me point to that. Look at it.
wee na-awụ aka n'ike were ikpu nwaanyị ibe gị wee na-echikọrịta in oyibo lesbianism si n'ikenga ogidi gbapụ. Ọ bụ na ịbụ nwoke ewere amụ nwoke ibe gị wee na-esuwasị ya ike na-echịpụsị nwoke ibe gị ike si n'ikenga wee gbapụ because enweta gị enweta ndị oji alụ eme ọgọ ya ebulu gị wee si wee pụọ onye nụ na-agwakwa nwanne.
Okay.
Listen to this special announcement. This announcement is coming from Special One Ogidi Ikenga as a whole. Abụ na ịnọ Ikenga Ogidi, ịnọ Ogidi as a whole. Wee na-awụ aka n'ike.
Okay, Mr. Commissioner, this person is with your government, is with the apron, and she did not hide her identity. She is Special Nwa Ogidi. And the announcement is done in the name of the village, you call it town leadership. And this person did not hide her face, did not hide her name. So tomorrow you will come to the social space to tell people you don't know the people that are concocting this, that it is disinformation. If it is disinformation, you go after the people that carried out the disinformation so that people will know it did not emanate from your table. Because tomorrow you don't have any defense to this. Hence, you just have to keep mute and face the condemnation from people. This is one bad thing about the Nigerian states. It's one of the numerous, not just one of the numerous things that makes it very impossible for people to trust the government. Always being in self-denial, denying everything, not taking responsibility for anything you do, for your actions and inactions. I still want to point out to something, because I want to deal with this Anambra, this Soludo law and the implementation madness very decisively. I want to deal with it decisively today. Let me show the public some of the evil the poor masses are crying. The Soludo government is showing callousness, I don't care attitude. It doesn't concern him. And somebody was asking me, why should I ever believe on the popular assertion or what they call rumor that is the court where he belongs, that make him not to care about the pain the poor masses are passing through. Let me get it so that you see for yourself. Why people are suffering, they are bringing in more pain, taking the lives of even the people that are suffering.
Una buya na mende we Soludo na mekita. Oye go we bakasi ande mba na eba. Ababru machine yende Soludo na aru na this na obodo. We were go we bande mmadu bakasi ande mmadu ebe ne go abara. Ne go nde mmadu.
Okay, you just watched this. This is the scene. I'm just showing you the scene as it happened. What Ndimbe Soludo are doing to people. That's what they're speaking using Igbo language. That's what they are doing to innocent citizens. Because they wanted to extort from those people. The people resisted their extortion. So they now began to bully them, including shooting them. Now there are casualties there. This is the beauty, that is the solution that Soludo brought to his people. The wonderful things he told them. This is how he is delivering it. So, in the coming election, he wants people to be afraid of him. He will be feared. He knows already people will not vote him, but he'll be feared. And this is how it has always been in our land. People who are not the people's choices are enforced on them, or they enforce themselves on the people because they are willing to serve the caliphate, and in extension, or by extension, serving the foreign paymasters, those who call the shots. But that's not all of it, though. That's not all of it. I want to show you something even more worrisome. I want to show you something even more worrisome so that you understand why I said what I said when I was starting this program. Listen to Reverend Father Ibuemonso. This is a very recent video from Ibuemonso.
You can imagine two major suspects, and there is still government in the state. Can you imagine that the suspects who were apprehended for the death of Honorable Azoka from Labour Party. He's not from Apuga. He was not from Apuga, but Labour Party. The suspects were apprehended. We are handed over to Anambra State Security. Please, how come that 2 of them escaped from the prison? Can you imagine? Only 2 of them. Who is deceiving who? Anambra State, you rise. That means it has a what? That was a political killing. And those involved, they have bribed their way. Because those people, they wouldn't want those people to expose them. Who is fooling who in this state? You can imagine. 2 suspects, 2 major suspects, and there is still government in the state. Inhumanity of man to man. Once you are connected to the powers that be, then you are.
Okay. At least I'm very sure everybody who is above 16 knows what this Reverend Father is talking about. It has always been a normal practice here in Nigeria. Those in power, they manipulate things to their favor. The 2 people who are linked to the death of Justice Azoka, the same day that you saw Soludo in the church talking about how the man is his in-law. So because that justice was from Labour Party, so they acquired him and want to close the traces. Probably members of the dreaded squad, maybe they would have fled to God knows where. But those 2 that were captured, still in Anambra, whom they talk so much about. If you listen to Soludo, he said, even if they get 1,000 of those people, that their lives, buying them will not be worth the life of Justice Azoka or Honorable Azoka. So, indirectly, they don't need to be paid. It's unnecessary. Now, these 2 people, how did they escape? Have you heard in this same country where investigation is going on the head of a celebrity police officer? And so suddenly, the investigation was already getting to many big people in the country. They stopped the investigation with no reason. Till today, you and I, you know about the case. The celebrity Yahoo drug lord police officer. You should know who I'm talking about. I just forgot the name. Abakari. That is the end of that case today. Even in the court, he has been released and he has been they let him go. Since then, investigation ended. You and I know about many offices that were set ablaze because there were traces to irregularities, corruption. Then the auditing office where the case files were stored was set ablaze. Till today, nothing about those cases are talked about again. It died naturally since then. So now, you are hearing from this Reverend Father that the crime of Honorable Azoka, Justice Azoka, was politically motivated. Now, the same government will put up a busybody body language, a busybody impression in the public there that they are after. But at the end of the day, really, They are not after anybody because these were, after all, their boys. If you can recall, just a couple of months ago, 3 months, 4 months ago, this same Ebemonso was the one blowing the alarm. And let's say 3 months ago, after his reverend father was kidnapped. Now, when his reverend father was kidnapped, he revealed a lot of things. How he called on the Anambra government to give him men to rescue these people. Anambra government refused. He came again, he pressed further. They told him it was logistic challenge. He asked them, please, come out with a layman language. What do you mean by this logistics? They told him. He said, oh, you need funding. He said he didn't want to go since they demanded for some money that is not too big. He gave them 1 million instead of hundreds of thousands they needed. He gave them 1 million in cash so that they will facilitate that movement. But these people still refused to go. Then he had to now resort to making noise about it in the social media. They wanted to fight him dirty. He came back again and still exposed the attempt to fight him dirty, to shut him up. And then the government finally mobilized people to go and did what they did. They showed us people. But after they showed us those people, we don't know what will become of those people again, because you will not hear about those people again, and that will be the end of it. I reviewed in this same platform how certain hotels that was used by ritualists in the same Anambra state, and there were shallow graves, there were coffins, there were different evil, atrocious, or I don't know what adjective to use to convert. But this evil things was going on in Anambra. They said that then they busted the place, they destroyed the house. I told my people who follow me that this is not still enough. If that place had been known for this, maybe arrests have been made. Why not insist on getting to the root of the matter, so that you know the persons that were behind these ritual activities in that hotel, so that they will be brought to book and it must be made public. But we are not hearing anything in that line, because there are a lot of shady deals. A lot of shady deals. The dirtiness, the filthiness of the government, the filthiness of the state. It stinks to the high heavens. It smells, it chokes. Very, very disappointing, very disheartening that this is happening in the 21st century. I will still go to another matter. I want to treat this issue holistically so that we don't rush back to it again very soon. Now, not Okongwudibia. Okongwudibia already fled the state of Anambra and not even in Nigeria right now. Now, Mazi Dibia responded to the address from the Commissioner of Information, Anambra State. He said, I cannot read, this is so many, maybe it will be a good way to tell you to go to Okongwudibia's, Mazi Dibia's page. Yes. But in the center of his message, he said what I even suggested in my last program talking about Anambra, that if you want to fight people who are extorting by deceit, those criminals, those devious people who are extorting by deceit, since you have profiled it and it is now a criminal offense in Anambra, why not make sure that anybody who is found extorting from people by deceit, why not make sure anybody who do it, irrespective of the tribe, the religion, the whatever, that the person will face this consequence. Why he is saying this is because Soludo is talking about people exploiting, or let's say just extorting by deceit. Why not talk about those dubious churches? Those dubious churches that are committing worse crime than even those of their criminal native doctors contemporaries. So why not have this profiling include them? That is the agitation of Mazi Dibia, and I stand with that. The churches, if you have a way of moderating, a way of being in control of this situation in Anambra, why not include those criminal pastors that are extorting people, that are obtaining by deceit? I don't want this video to be up to 1 hour, so I will have to stop it here, because it has already even distracted me from what I wanted to do today, because I wanted to talk about Biafra. So thank you for following up, share and like, comments. Thank you. Akman Asokwo, I am greeting you. I am amplifying your voice, because my opinion is the opinion of a lot of people. That is the truth. Let's meet again. Udo the road.